Hi there folks, it's Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store at the last day of the 2020 NAMM show. Phil and I have spent the last 4 days at this show, looking around, finding new products, filming things we found and spending time with friends, new friends, old friends, family. And we're about ready to go home, I'm not going to lie. We forgot our tripod this morning, various equipment, so Phil's not stood next to me, but he's right there behind the camera. You can't see him, but he's holding you right now in the palm of his hands. The thing to note about the NAMM show that people that haven't visited the show don't really get to see is the sheer scale of the halls. For example, most of what we see is in the lower hall, which is the smallest hall. But if you were to walk from one end of Hall A to Hall D, it would take you 4 minutes and 50 seconds in a straight line. That's not including the various ups and downs you're going to do along the way. We didn't get a chance to film interviews with everyone we'd like to, but there were some products out there that we're excited to bring back home with us to the UK as soon as possible. The first being new models by Romero Creations. We had a chance to talk to Pepe Romero. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough time to run through with him the new models, but very exciting to see a beginner's level Romero Creations tiny tenor, as well as at the other end of the price scale a premium Koa tenor, which sounded and looked sublime. We'll be sure to be getting those in stock very, very soon. There were some various things we didn't get a chance to touch on, things I'll just show you little glimpses of now. There were some good ukes by Alvarez. We had a chance to look at Lanakai for the first time in a couple of years, and they've just brought out a range of ukulele basses with steel strings that give the Cordoba basses a real run for their money. We checked out a new Hawaiian ukulele brand called Hawaiian Ukulele and Guitar, or HUG for short. They're very, very cool as well. Looking to hopefully do some business with them in the coming years. I'm not sure if they are kind of set up yet for UK orders, but if you're watching this and you're a US shop, definitely check them out. Really good ukuleles at not unreasonable prices. We also got to check out Flight ukuleles. There's a couple of good models there. Phil and I didn't have long, but you can kind of hear our thoughts now when we checked them out just before the show opened yesterday. This is really cool. I know nothing about it, but I would like to do this ukulele. This is a Flight. It's like all the good things about Snail and Carla put together. Like the slide headstock's really unique.
Yeah.
The neck doesn't feel like anything else we do. Maybe the breed loves, it feels like the breed love neck.
Maybe a bit of the kind of Kai influence as well or something.
Yeah, a bit like Kai as well.
You've got the comfort edge on there and stuff.
It's strange, like the Flight stuff, a lot of the models just don't seem that different to things we already do, which is why we don't do them. But several of these models are just really pucker. The Mustang tenor was really good as well. You can hear Kamaka behind us having the time of their lives on their stand. But yeah, really cool. We also took our annual pilgrimage of the Takumi Ukulele Company stand. We checked out the usual suspects, the Sumis, Toda, the Shinji Takahashi, Takumi themselves, and the Kawaya ukuleles. But this year we really had our eye on an instrument that doesn't even have a bridge on it yet, which is a DaSilva tenor, which was just gorgeous. What did Mike tell you about that uke? I can't really remember much.
So it's like flakes of abalone. So it's like flaked abalone in the headstock and on the rosette. which he told me he had like a little bit of hard time kind of getting to smooth, but he figured it all out. It looks great.
Even better, he started saying to Phil, "How do you want me to finish it? What do you want me to?"
What strings do you want on it? And it was like, just your magic, mate. Just put whatever Mike DaSilva magic you can on it, because it'll be great.
But this year we just couldn't say no. It's a kind of, I want to say, a pear-shaped concert ukulele.
Yep.
It's more like a cello. It has a completely unique sound. It was, I think, the best sounding ukulele on that stand.
I agree. Yeah.
And Hitomi said to me this afternoon when we went back to film some B-roll that you're hopefully looking at right now, that all the other dealers that have visited the stand had asked about this ukulele, and if it became available they wanted it. And
it had such a traditional kind of concert vibe, but with this huge sound. It's incredible. It's all solid zero coaty, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, solid zero coaty. I mean, really unique sound. Can't wait to show that to you guys in depth when it arrives at the store. This year as well, I didn't expect. I'm not the kind of person that would see a pink ukulele with flowered inlays and go, "Yeah, man, that's gorgeous." It's not my thing personally. But Big Island have released a brand new ukulele.
Yeah.
It's a solid mango ukulele, like their normal CTS MBI. It's a complicated model. BIMO CTS model, but with a pink stain. But it looks like koa. It's a pink koa kind of stain with the flower inlay, and they do it in blue as well. That didn't have at the show, but I can imagine that's going to be gorgeous as well. Good. But yeah, that sounded great. That looks great. But sadly, that uke's gone away now. But
it would look nice against a bottle of rosé wine.
Yeah, it's the perfect accompaniment for a bottle of rosé.
Yeah.
Cool. Big Island also launching some models to the Western world that have previously only been available in the Eastern market. So there was a Japanese special ukulele, a Vietnamese Big Island, which had a long rope binding up the center of the fingerboard, but not like you would find on like a traditional Martin. This was a really thick binding that ran all the way up the fingerboard. Really lovely ukulele. Something that we'll also be ordering in the future. Phil and I really hope you've enjoyed our interviews from the show. I only wish that we could do more, but it's incredibly loud in these halls. We do our best. I'm sorry about a few audio issues in some of the videos as well. You know, you've got to make the best of the time you've got, and sometimes you have 5 minutes with an appointment, sometimes you have 30 seconds, sometimes you have longer. For me, the stars of the show this year were Ukulele. They just produced several instruments that seem to be just beyond the realms of reasonable expectations. So good, and it was lovely to spend some time with them too. I'm going to stop babbling now. You can see that we're tired. Phil and I have got to go fly back, but Thank you very much for joining us throughout the show, and we look forward to doing this again for you soon. Thank you.